saw you posted, of course, my reaction was what you said because of the previous shows that you had. So I was like, okay, why is Montoya doing that show about side chicks and side dicks? But once I thought about it, I was like, you know what? It all makes sense, and it's a good conversation to have because it's being honest about it. Because relationships go through all types of different things, and if we're going to have conversations about wholesome relationships, we have to have an open conversation about all possibilities, all the different things that can happen throughout a relationship. Because even a wholesome relationship has to go through something, and it's work that needs to be done. And sometimes infidelity does take place. And sometimes those people are able to work through and get through it and remain together. Important conversations to have because it's just being honest about the different scenarios that can take place in a relationship.
No, absolutely. So, yeah, that's the reason, for, like I said, as I was promoting this week, some people was like, hey, this is getting Jerry Springerish or whatever. But as you just pointed out, this can be a reality. It's not necessary, right? It doesn't necessarily have to happen.
Right.
And here's the other thing. In being honest about conversations, you might even learn how to avoid this happening to you based on having an honest conversation, because a lot of times we get exposed to these situations kind of haphazardly, like it just kind of springs up on you, and you may have a certain belief or thought about it, and you've never been in the situation, and you're overwhelmed because nobody's ever been honest. You know what I mean? And you could even be the very person. And I remember reading stories about this when I was younger. I remember like reading about marriages where somebody got into a situation that they honestly, in their mind, thought they would never get in. In other words, they were the one, in a sense, cheating, if you will, on their husband or wife or their significant other, and based on what they had been raised to believe and where they was at, they never thought they would be in that situation, and now it was their reality. And so, maybe that person, I don't know, just maybe some honest conversation might have helped them avoid that. And I've been in, I've had situations where someone considering, entering or considering maybe getting into some infidelity, certain conversations are honest conversations versus me judging them played a role in them making a better decision, which I'll bring up, a little later in the show.